Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to the video here on the channel. My name, as always, is Emily, and today we're taking this rather cropped in Class 350, there we go, in London Midland livery. I've lost my AP branding patches, which is really convenient. From here at Milton Keynes to Rugby via the Northampton loop. On train 1 Yankee 5-1, that was sort of terminated, then started short from here. So we're going to really quickly prep our cab. GRA gets released because we've got the road. Yeah, okay, we've been given the start signal. I'm going to really quickly just... There we go, some headlights. We ignored GSMR. I want to really quickly set up my destination. We should be building a new street. First it goes forward, and let's open the taps. So due to train fault, this train was terminated short at Milton Keynes. After receiving attention from a fitter, the train can now re-enter service. You'll be driving the 11:35 from Milton Keynes to Birmingham via Northampton. I'm trying to do a thing and show you guys a thing. Oh look! Top Light Loco banter. Also, it's 2010, hence this is still a thing. Let's do this now. Pendo's going to go as well momentarily. Oh, no, I've not done. I've not acknowledged my configuration. So Control and 1 is what you press. There we go. That's the train now accepting that it's formed where it is. And I'm going to go into full power. Our start speed is 40. Full power. Wolverton is our next station stop. And that's in 2.6 miles. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Mine's been pretty good. It was a long day at work, but I got home, had an extended nap. And now I am making content because that is what we come here for. Alright, that'll do me, and we're up to 100 now. We're not going to get all the way up to 100, but we'll sort of thrash the trains though we are. Quite the Class 350, it's obviously the Armstrong Powerhouse variation. So we are limited to 100 because this is pre sort of the upgrades they got. What we'll do really quickly from right to left, I guess. Quick to the cab. TMS up here. Destination indicator. A GSMR. Obviously not in service, hence we're not using it. Or doesn't exist at this point in history. Emergency brake plunger. Line light indication. Door controls not simulated. There. I believe that's a DAS screen, which is a system that isn't really simulated well in train sim at full stop. MCB or high-speed circuit breaker, same difference. 80, so I'm just live coming that to myself. Two-tone horn. AWS sunflower, AWS acknowledge button. Windscreen washer, windscreen wiper. Signal bell. Standing. Headlight controls. Cab light. And we are off the power, into idle. And on those brakes, eh? This is Wolverton, our next station stop. So the fly under you see there, that's the access to Wolverton Works. Actually, my first sales I ever made for the West Coast Main Line South, which was the freeway route at the time, was Rugby to Wolverton with the Class 37 towing a 350-4, which was the Transpennine job. When they went off with TP, they went from Manchester, basically the depot in Manchester, down to Wolverton to be converted for LMS. Yeah, we've been on the Midlands in those days for LM. I'm looking for, so I'm keeping an eye out. We're looking for the 8-car marker. That's a 4. There's the 8. Don't do the equivalent of the railway equivalent of a limousine stop, so therefore you come off the brake, come into us now. There we go, nice gentle stop. A little bit long in the tooth, but pretty perfect. There we go. Got all the doors released. I do believe we have a guard on this, so the guard will be handling all the doors today. Yeah, you can see this scenario does continue beyond Rugby. It's 32 miles to Rugby. Northampton's 13 from here. So yeah, basically, I'll show you on a map the segment that's been added. I'm not going to commentate the route because obviously this is first impression, but I'll do the Northampton because I know this is the new bit. I don't know what else has changed. I think, so the problem is, so my track, that looks different because I'm using the TSRS rolling stock. I say train sim rolling stock track, and I think that's been replaced into here. That also, there's also a pack basically replace all your AP track with TSRS track, and I really like it. There you go. And you know, you've got some slight issues like that AWS magnet's floating, but it's not the end of the world, is it? Oh, yeah, we pulled in a little early because I was storming. Just shows how rapid these trains are, right? Okay, we've got the reverser forward. And I'll take full power. So we are up to, on departure from here, it's a start limit of 90. As you can see. It shows how rapid these trains are, because we are basically within our own lines. We've gone to 40 miles an hour near enough for it not to matter. You know, and that's within just the length of the train. Which, if you think, you know, an 8 car, so it's not as impressive, but it's just it's quick. Oh, by the way, this is from the Anton's website. It is by Adam Haig. Now, I am going to really quickly see if I can find the manual for this route because I do feel like I should probably talk about it a little bit, and that way we can sort of all be on the same chapter. Back in 2020, Dovetail Games released, so this is the preface from the ATS website. ATS released, so DTG released the West Coast Man south away from London to Birmingham. A big undertaking through the numerous large yards, 4 and 6 track sections, and a great number of stations. There was one big omission though, the Northampton Loop. The loop branches from the West Coast Main Line north of Wolverton and runs just shy of 24 miles before connecting back near Rugby. Freight is passed this way, as are cycle express services, only stopping trains and from Birmingham and London. There are currently 2 stations on the loop, down from 5 until it had 5. It had until Kilsby and Crick, Althorpe Park and Church Brampton closed in the 20th century. Along Buckby and to no one's amazement, Northampton remain. Kings Heath Siemens Depot resides just north of Northampton Station, which is made up of Class 350 units by the West Midlands franchise operator. There is plenty of activity over the airs from maintenance of 319s to 360s. The line has been recreated in all of its Northamptonness. So we are up to 100 on this second, I believe. So only requirement is West Coast Main Line South, London, Euston to Birmingham. So we've got screenshots for Kings Heath Depot along Buckby, Northamptonshire countryside. Just being careful on my speed. I think I might actually, yeah. Got a warning post, I believe, coming up for us. Sorry, I just need to double check my notes because I'm panicking. We'll keep it at notch 2 for now. So it lists all the scenarios and scenario requirements, and that's it. So my first impressions, is it good? Yes. Now, we'll sort of talk about that a little bit more as we drive. One bug I've spotted, but that's it. And yeah, so I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, I will accept sort of little bugs like that, and at the end of the day, if it was a DTG product, the bugs would be there for 6 months before they got fixed. I'm sure these would be fixed by ATS in due course. So, you know, it's one of those, I'll fully accept issues with stuff. But, yeah. First impressions, the price point was $24.99, I believe. For me, it's on the high side, if I'm honest. It works at about £1 a mile, let's call it. You know, probably would have been more comfortable in the 10 to 15 price point, or make it sub only. But give the subs something to be happy about. Basically, that's my only other suggestion. There's no sort of note on what this covers fully in the manual. It's just lists the necessary requirements off. It doesn't list any other updates that have been done. So I'm not going to comment because I don't know. Like I say, overall, it's a very good route. It's just a little bit on the high side. Will be my position. Like I say, I think I don't know if it's the full route because I've not actually driven out of Euston, but at least this part of the route, I believe, has been relayed with ATS OLE. Hence, it all looks a bit different, a bit nicer. But that's all I can tell you at this point. There's our neutral section. And we're going to quickly just slow down to 90 here. See, I think I've met, I not need to go to 90. Go. Oh, come on, Em. Sorry about that. We'll coast at 90 for now. So we're approaching, I believe it's Coglow Junction. Good, no, it's not Coglow. I'm being an idiot. But this is one of the junctions, the area we're approaching now is the junction in one of the Chester well-making track railways, which would be pretty cool to see and experience. Oh, not about that. Not about that. I'll just go step on a power. We dive under here to go away to Northampton. The line to the left continues along the West Coast Main Line proper. And this is offline. This is one of my favourite parts of the route, with the little support beams on the top of us there. It just looks nice, basically, I think. There we go. And I'm going to go hard on the power now, back into full power. That's exciting because there's the 100. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a screenshot as well. No, I'm not, with Smash Paddles the way they are. I need a well-lit screenshot so I can get one in my note run of this. But yeah, so now we are on to freshly laid route. So, green. What we've got behind us, 75, so ahead of us, 75 warning post. So we're aware of that. We've got a beat until we need to be slowed down for it. So, but yeah, there is the 100. There's the ton. And we'll put our brake on and go down 75. Bumpy track though. We're definitely at 75 and not speeding. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm desperately trying to get this screenshot done. Yeah. I could wait till those two trains cross. Spot on. we go, and that's 70 seconds. Got a bit of power back on, back up to 75. So we're continuing the loop here. So point to note here, this route blends this part of the route blends very well with the original ATS product. The cess is a little better in this area. That might be prototypical, but it's a bit flat. You go from very detailed track to flat textures. Being an idiot. Same here as well. It feels like there's the shoulder sort of thing is it's no clutter on it basically, which I'm not the biggest of fans of. So we're now doing our slow down to 35, and that is I'll do it in half brake. Just for the so this is the approach and arrival into Northampton now. Then here comes some of that aforementioned freight. That looks like a 66 coming towards us. I'm making up for my prior incursions in speed just by stamping on the brakes early. Looks like Freightliners. Green light. Green light. That's pulled that signal ahead, which probably shouldn't have been a red, but oh well. Yeah, green Freightliner. I don't know where my branding packages have gone. They've not gone off the content, they've gone off everything else. Trains booked to divide at Northampton, with the service being formed of 4 coaches to Birmingham. Uncouple the rear unit before boarding passengers at Northampton. So anyone who's already in there, you're locked in, folks. Have fun. And I want to be slowed down to 20 just after the next signal. I'm at 35 on the button. There we go. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good little day. Like I say, this part is absolutely great. I don't think there's enough shoulder to notice you've got that like nice sort of, I think that's pulling asset block of grass. But a bit of Butylayer in there would look perfect. Butylayer is bloody everywhere. I had a bit of time at work, so I was looking out the window, like there's so much Butylayer. It's like the plant you see with sort of purple flowers. There we go. I'll just trim this speed off to 20. You can sort of book it in here pretty quick, so it's just good to get slowed down a little earlier. There's our 66. Oh, there's another 66, I should say. Different headlight clusters. Also an intermodal train, though. A lot of Freightliners traffic in this area, as you can see. We'll just coast it around the curve. Should drag some speed up for us. Or not. And this is Northampton Station. Lovely station model for this area. Got to give credit where credit is due and all that. Okay, due. We'll have a look at it when we come to a stand. We've got a few minutes here in Northampton to probably just to catch up any delays, to be fair. Coming down. Got a single amber red ahead, so we're aware there's a red at the end, but we're stopping at the start markers because we know the red's further down at the end of the platform, basically. That is an issue. Stop putting passengers so close to the platform edge. You do not want to stop on the AWS magnet. There's a milk bottle for me. So I've got a few milk bottles on here. Don't know why. Worth noting. Like I say, that's the second milk bottle I've noted. I noted one other one. There we go. Good little. Those shadows lord very closely. Also, I apologise if you can hear that noise. It's a very warm day, my room, so I've got to get the window open to get some fresh air circulating. And there comes the ambulance service. Do that and then that. There we go. We've got to drink up with the try now, balls. I'll do it after we depart, it's fine. Actually, no, it won't be fine because I've got to do it in order, don't I? That's great. There we go. And see, we arrived on time, so we were actually here very early. Also, rather inconveniently, my tail lamps don't turn on, and there's no way to force them to turn on. We've got a lovely little old Silver Link 3214 over here. Got Canal Simulator 2024 here, but ooh, Pete, man, let the side down, Pete. Northampton station. And here's the front door. Again, you wouldn't get around this side, so what it is really. Got some two terminating platforms for southbound trains. Oh, there are three. Ooh, bigger station than I thought. This. And then we're sitting up here, waiting to depart. Also, how well did I nail that stop? Thanks for noticing, guys. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, got the red at the end of this thing. What we'll do, I'm going to fast forward time now that we're sitting here. Annoyingly, it does also recouple the units if I'm not careful, so it doesn't do that before we pull away. But until then, we'll just fast forward time. The passengers are boarding the forward 4 coaches to continue their journey towards Birmingham. Passengers should travel in the front 4 coaches for Long Rugby, Coventry, Hanley, Tower Hill, Brookswell, Hampton and Arden, Birmingham International, and Birmingham New Street. The rear 4 coaches will divide here. Oh, hello, 321. Terminating 321. First class, of course. Everyone's first. First class passenger. All our passengers are first class here at London Midland. That's why we have 321s on passenger service still, on a service from Birmingham to Northampton. Birmingham, Northampton. Out of sheer interest, does that service run nowadays? I don't know enough about this part of the world in terms of gameplay to be able to talk about what you're going to get. I mean, I'm looking at later on a Saturday, so let's just try a Wednesday midweek. Rugby, okay, so rugby terminate, that's empty stats, early morning, or late night. Originators, let's just look at like the middle of the day stuff. Euston to Birmingham, Birmingham to Euston, so it's mainly all the way through nowadays. Probably some terminators that I've managed to miss somehow. So I'm just trying to put the hood on whilst I wait for that to close, just so that way I'm not causing myself issues. Yes, my train's recoupled. To make sure we're not pulling that the trains pull apart. They have. Brilliant, carry on. So you can see the ATS sunflower is obviously lit, but got a green aspect. I should have checked before I started, and I should have my DRA set, but oh well. Let's go. Got another little thing there. Interesting. Don't know what I'm missing, but I'm clearly missing something. Green, green, green. I've actually got some we're going to build for this. That'll be fun. Now I've just found a path for the 1618 Northampton EMD to Kettering stabling sidings, and it's a 47 dragging a 350. Also, I'm just going to pretend I'm at 40 still. I didn't get carried away there. Yeah, this is Northampton's depot basically. So that's the depot up there. That appears to be a custom building. That's nice. Did they do a Cambridge? No, they did not do a Cambridge. Did they do an interior? No, they didn't. Fair enough. There's stuff I can live without. And yeah, you know what? That thing is one of them. So we're going up to 60 and then we're going to coast. A little here. Yeah, I missed that. Oh well. How wrong. Let's go. And 75 is the fastest we'll now go for the rest of our journey to rugby today. Bit quick though. Apologies. Yeah, long rugby still ways to go. But overall, like I say, it's one of those. I'm not going to stop pausing and freeze framming the route. But it's a nice little route. You know, nice little route. I would double check actually. Yeah, I'm on max settings. Cool. Just had a panic moment there. But no, nice little day of work at work today. Got assaulted, but aside from that, it was nice. We don't talk about that though. We don't talk about that. No. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Now, basically, a guy clocked out I was trans and decided he wanted to come and congratulate me on coming out. And I'm standing at the food bar on the train. I'm sort of leaning over it, chatting to my colleague, and he tries to slap my bum. And he nearly got a punch for his troubles. That happened. Anyway, it's still one of those days. In case you're wondering why there isn't much audio, honestly, the Class 350s are not loud. Like, yeah. I've been doing electric traction so much lately. There we go, we're approaching my breaking point. Power off. I think he was sort of an older gay gentleman, which so it's one of those where I don't think any malice was intended, and I sort of the way I dealt with it, I think he's very clear of the fact that he cannot do that ever again. Um, you know, so I'm not too furious. But yeah, that could have. That was an accidental button push, but yeah, I didn't need to brake actually. Remember these bridges now. Make it nice and easy on the approach. 50% brake. So braking on a Class 350, the driving coaches, so the basically two non-pantograph coaches are also the motor coaches, so they brake rheostatically. The air brake is basically just blown into the centre coaches just so that they brake and they don't jiggle about in the formation, is my understanding of it. Just gives it a smoother ride. And again, we'll stop at the end here at Long Buckley. No, good gauging there. Oh, you better bloody stop. Go. There we go. That's actually right on the markers. So there you go. Put into full service. Neutral. And then, like I said, I'm going to be here for a few moments. So the guard will probably stand themselves about here. Getting ready to close doors. And all the doors close, and the guard's door closes, and everyone. And we go to our next and final stop in this video, which will be rugby. Like I said, the show does continue beyond rugby, but we won't be. Reason being, we are having a stroke. We won't be continuing beyond rugby. Reason for that: go on the full hard on the power again. Start speed of 75, 75, 75. We're not going to continue because that's just the original dovetail route, and I've not covered it before in a video, but I will be soon, and it makes more sense to do route learning of the Northampton loop and do the actual Northampton loop, not the Northampton loop and then quite a long, chunky bit on the end. Still nothing. There's actually an error in the speedo. And knocked your power back on just to keep us moving. So yeah, you can see we're now, like I say, rugby's our next and final. We're now here, so we can pass Daventry. Okay, it's no good to know. So I'm just looking through the actual markers. I know there is a mail terminal here now. That's Tesco's. Interesting to see if we can actually spot where that is now, because I'm not sure what era this actually represents. I know it's quite a recent addition. You know, with Borough closing all their stuff, that was definitely a great investment, or getting rid of all of their mail by rail jobs. And here we go. This is Daventry, the DIRFT, DIRFT. Bit of juice on, just keep shuffling on past. Point of note, I am missing some of the wagon reskins this scenario requires, so it'll be a little bit emptier, but at the same time, we're not reviewing the scenario, we are reviewing the route. Got not sure when we go. Yeah, you've got some, well, combination of wagons parked out there. 66. Use the Freightliner Freightliner containers I don't quite like, because obviously they're very old and I don't think they're in use anywhere now. Like one or two lying about, but definitely not that many basically. I should have a quick pause and fly back actually. This is the Tesco area. From what I understand. Sainsbury's depots, apparently this area, which isn't obviously scenery particularly massively well. To be honest, I think the idea is you don't think it's probably used much in reality, so you probably won't be going up there. Looks like they've used one of the shop models for it. Is what it is. Formation of forklifts ready to start loading and unloading maneuvers there. And then you've got like the big stuff there. Back in the cab we go. Of course, this is the sort of. Wait, is this the Tesco's area? No, this is the Tesco's area here. My apologies. So this is the Sainsbury's bit. Which, yeah, close enough, I think. Right, is this Sainsbury's bit? Second sidings. Yes, that's Sainsbury's sidings. Interesting. And that's neutral section again, so just go idle. Neutral sections, of course, for those of you playing along at home, they are segments of the railway where the overhead line is still there, but it's not powered. So it's just an area where we go to idle, so that way we don't sort of cause arcing and stuff to happen. So we're not drawing anything from the overhead or putting anything back into it. And then we continue along. And we'll just slowly start braking to 50. There we go, we've got a drawing down to towards that 50 mark. Now we've got the green, so signal all the way into Rugby now. So that's 55, we're dropping into 50. And idle we go, 50. Now, going over the top of the flyover here at Rugby won't be down at 40, so I'm just going to, let's just keep it idle, slow off, nice and neatly. Also, going over the flyover, that speed should wash off because this do be quite a steep little slope. Once again, the speed washes off less than I expect it to. Little jabber brake just to keep me smiling. You can see the 40 limit there, so we'll give it a little bit more. Oh. There we go, and we'll just stay in idle. And now we flow back down the other side. And hopefully we'll keep just enough energy that we can sort of skim the speed up as we come down here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Overall, my thoughts on the route, genuinely, as I said at the start, it's perfectly fine. You know, fine is how I would describe it. I wouldn't describe it as excessively great. I wouldn't describe it as excessively terrible. It's fine. It's, you know, I think it's probably a little bit high price. That's just me. You know, like I say, definitely things like the 10 to 15 mark would have been ideal for it, but I get that commercial pressures are very much a thing. So, yeah, it's one of those. It's on the high end, but it's not outrageously priced, I would say. There we go. Just a bit of that break in. Can't remember where the 4 car markers are here. There they are. Yeah, we'll go a little long, but oh well. Up on a receding brake, as they say. Now we go and we'll full service, neutral. There we go, folks. So welcome to Rugby. That's us done. Look at that. That's IZA rake departing. I think we need to cover those in a future video. Working on that part soon, though. Anyway, guys, that is us done, though. That is us arrived at Rugby. So, like I say, overall the story will continue. We, however, won't. Like I say, my overall rating, it's fine. It's a sort of 3 stars route. The pricing for it is on the high end, because if you think the original DTG route, if you bought it individually, would be about £25. You know, at that point you realise it is actually quite excessive. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching, folks. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe to see more from me regularly. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.